Hello, this is the light bearer, and I'm just checking in. It's been a while since I've done a video. I chose to do this video like this so you could see some of the marks that I've literally obtained spiritually. That mark on my chest, I had nothing to do with, and it's literally appeared on me and grown through my spiritual experience. So I can only call it a mark of the adept. Okay, to let you know that this is not a joke, that these things are real, and that real true spirituality is obtainable through true hard work and sacrifice. You can just look into my eyes and know that this is not a joke and this is real. Okay? It's not an easy path, and many will walk down it, but not many will survive it, to be quite honest. Um, but and this is a big but, we can manipulate our reality. And as our science catches up with our spirituality, okay, they are starting to find that physicists have literally realized that objective reality is literally a lie and not what we think it is. Okay? Um, this is just a simple fact that I've always known, but it's just really being solidified. With all the craziness that goes on in today's world, do we really need anything more than self-realization, self-love? If we realize these two things, funny, right? Self-realization and realizing these things. If we literally focus on these two things, everything around us would change. Because we cannot change anything but ourselves, okay? So as human beings, we love to get focused and distracted on everything around us. But in reality, the only thing we need to worry about is what's within us. Okay? We can't change anything else but ourselves as much as we think and would love to. In reality, we can't. The only thing we can change is ourselves. So, how do we do this? How do we start this? Well, I would make a list, right? That's what a rational, learned man would do. You would sit down, you would make a list. Okay, a lot of you that are watching this probably watch Wayne Steiner. I'm sorry, Wayne, butcher your last name. But it's a show and a channel that I watch every day about spirituality, and he talks about real magic and histories of Christianity and all kinds of good stuff. Okay, and just recently this week, he was talking about lists of positive and negative attributes of humanity, basically, right? We can do the same kind of list with what we are, okay, and how we could change ourselves. Maybe our positive attributes, maybe our negative attributes, and then it comes down to, okay, what are we? If you list all these things, you're going to bring into question what are we, but the sum of our experience that makes up our reality, our objective reality. Basically, we could write that up to. Um, what is objective reality? Everything we can see, feel, and touch, smell, taste. Objective reality, opposed to non objective reality, which to me are the spaces in between, the unseen, the ether, okay? The gases, the things we can't see or touch or measure always, but they are there. And then there are some of us, like me, adepts, that are blessed with an ability to see, okay? Which is a difficult gift at times to deal with. But this is another story for another day. We're talking about obtaining, okay, some real change in ourselves to spiritually grow. to even grow your psychic abilities, okay? These are some fundamentals that you cannot ignore, okay? Do your own list. Write down what you think you are, and then possibly maybe a spouse of yours or someone very close to you, if you don't have a significant other, have them write down a list of yourself and compare it and see how real you are with yourself to what someone else thinks of you and to what you think you are. And in between there is probably the truth somewhere. Okay, the ego is very powerful, and sometimes the ego can blind us to the greatest spiritual truths if you let it. Okay, a lot of this obtaining spirituality is letting go of the human ego, okay? Materialism, what we think we are, opposed to what we are, because our actions truly define us. So you could say you're a spiritual person and you do this and do that, but every day when you go to work, you break every spiritual law known to man, then in reality, you're really not a spiritual person. You just say you are, okay? So this is what I'm getting at. You have to be real with yourself, and we have to truly assess ourselves. And if you want to make real change, you have to be real with yourself and accept even the bad parts. Okay? Because all we can change is ourselves. And also, the strongest influence that you can have on anyone else is by doing it yourself. Okay, we can't become hypocrites. It's so easy to become a hypocrite, to point out everyone else's flaws and not look at your own and actually even violate those flaws yourself, but you will point your finger at someone else. We've all been guilty of it, okay? It's not a point of being that person that is perfect. It's not a point of being the person with the least amount of flaws wins. The point is being real with yourself and addressing the deficiencies you may have in your life, okay, or that you may not even be aware of, but to bring them to premonition, to reality, and to seriously deal with it, okay? Um, in Kabbalah, the Kabbalists teach us is to become from the selfish creature to the giving creature. Because by nature we take. As a being of this earth, what differs us from the animals is compassion, the ability to give compassion. Okay, to give, period. Because our animal side just take, 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 take. That's what we do as animals. We feed, we take, we survive. Okay, being spiritual is more than surviving. It's not just about surviving. It's about giving back to the world. The clay, as Kabbalists would say, the clay, the vessel. What kind of vessel do you have? Does your vessel have a hole at the bottom? Or do you even have a vessel able to catch the blessings that are all around us every day that we pass by? Depending on how we perceive the world, because in the end, it's all perception, isn't it? How we see everything is really the magic, okay? I'm gonna leave it at that for now. A lot of my other videos cover the basics, okay, of, celibacy, even the way you pray to your food, the simple realizations of a lot of things that we take for granted every day, okay? That could change in a heartbeat. There's a lot of ways to affect your life, and we are all different. So for me to tell you my journey is just one step in this, because my journey will most surely be different than yours. But it doesn't mean that we can't find some equal footing and ground and all be civil with each other. And I hate when I bring up peace in the Middle East and people just laugh at me like it's impossible. Why is that so impossible? Okay? Why can't we come to an understanding of some kind? I don't think it's it's laughable to think world peace is possible. Okay? Someone has to believe it's possible. We can't all just think it's a joke. And you know what it comes down to? is respect. Respect. And we can't change anything but ourselves. So we have to be the shining examples, which means that if you want someone to respect you, it means you have to respect them, even if you don't agree with them. As you can hear, my kids are hungry and I have to go. Take care of them. But this is the light bearer. Um, keep your head up, everybody. Much love and respect. And peace out.